Hi guys, Alex here. I'd just like to say that Will does have some technical difficulties toward the end of the recording. We understand this can be quite frustrating for the people listening, but we have tried to rectify this. But for now, just enjoy the show.
This isn't life!
Guys, we're back. New week,
Whoop, whoop.
new episode.
Back again, yeah, back again. How you been doing?
Back again.
Yeah, I've been good. Yeah, I've been good. Went to work, started work again.
Yeah.
It's just been quiet. It's been nice. Yeah, I done 2 days of work. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you
Round of applause for Alex.
when you not working, getting used to it in the physical labour that I do, it's quite a bit. Especially owning the business, it's 2 days is a lot of work when you put it into perspective.
We should probably
Josh,
point
yourself?
out. Sorry, guys. We should probably point out that Alex works for himself. He works in the film industry.
Yes, I do.
Just freelance,
Mhm.
works for himself. So there are periods of time when he obviously doesn't work, and Christmas time this year has been one such time. So
It's been a tough time
Yeah.
for the whole industry, I think, but it's starting to pick up now, which is good. COVID happened, and I think COVID put a bit of a backlash on things. But it's all good. So it's picking
Is
up.
there a
and
big-
hopefully there we go.
Alex, is there still a big calling for Gary Busey's face double? So I'm glad you got 2 days' work.
Well, I don't look like I've been hit in the head with a shovel, so
I mean, okay, fair enough. Sorry, that was.
Hey, I'm Gary Busey.
So obviously you're working, Alex.
was a bit. I feel a bit violated.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Unfortunately, no films with Gary Busey.
Okay.
is he
I
even
mean, that's a
still
shame in
active?
itself. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
No.
Just does the odd sketch or
Screaming.
cameo on.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's a bit
Screams
like
at
in a
squirrels.
teenage movie or South Park or something.
He's very much like an amazing actor. Before I say, Steve Buscemi looks like a human cigarette, but brilliant actor.
Oh, fantastic actor.
Steve Buscemi, yeah. He was a firefighter, I think. You know that.
Yeah, was he a burn victim as well? It's a bit harsh. I love Steve Buscemi. I think he's brilliant. Josh, what
he is a
did
bit
you
of an
get up
odd-looking
to?
fella.
What did I get up to? The highlight of my week was going to see those massive blue bastards, Avatar.
Blue bastards. Lovely. Any good?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Avatar 2.
It was,
Nice.
oh, sorry. Yeah, Way of the Water. It was a
Avatar 2.
mind-bending experience. Yeah, mind-bending experience. Not only because I had probably more than the allowed dose of adult gummies, should we say? Not the CBD kind.
Right.
So yeah, that was visually James Cameron skull to me. I'll be honest.
Tough to take in, was it?
It was, but I'm very glad I've seen it. I do recommend going to watch it. It's a lot of action, a lot of tears were shed, a lot of laughing. So it's a good all rounder actually.
The first one was very good when I went to see it. That was mad. Seeing it in like 3D.
Revolutionary.
Back when they did that. It was like the game changer, wasn't it, for 3D films?
was.
And then it sort of tailed off. Everyone bought those ones to have them have like 3D glasses indoors when you watch films at home. And they just like, I can't
Yeah,
be
that
bothered.
sort of ruined it. Wasn't
Just
Avatar
too much effort, isn't it?
Wasn't Avatar the one where they actually had the cameras invented or something, or James Cameron had a vision for what he wanted the film to be, but then it took him like 15 years to make the camera
Yeah.
to make it, or something like that.
I think that's true. Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but yeah, I think they had to invent another technology for it, for some sort of portable camera. Was it
Alex?
What they needed it for was
Yeah, something like that.
Something
The
they can hold on
only
their shoulder.
way I could explain it is a long time ago. I might be wrong about this, but from what I know, a long time ago, when you look at Jaws 3D, so Jaws 3, which was done in 3D all those years ago,
yeah.
they had to use 3 cameras to get the perspective.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So don't quote me
wow.
on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how they done it.
Okay.
And now
Okay,
I think it's
okay.
done with artificial intelligence for a computer. That's I would say it's a visual effects thing more now than a perspective thing.
Right, yeah. It was very... It sounds stupid to say, but it obviously it has to be CGI, the majority of the film, because of the premise of the film, but this one seemed more unbelievable than the first one, if that makes any sense. Like, visually
So
unbelievable.
So as in more CGI and...
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But I know the premise of the film is only CGI because you can't do it any other way because it would be shit. But it didn't seem... How can I put it? I didn't believe it as much, if that makes sense, as the first one. I didn't truly believe it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was saying I don't. It's hard to say.
You seem like you didn't know how to word it, and the only way I can. Have you ever watched one of the old Harry Potter's back?
Yeah, like the first one.
Yeah, CGI's awful, isn't it?
Is it really?
Okay, any film. You look at The Thing back in the 80s, right?
Yeah,
It's done with puppets.
That first scene.
Yeah, done with puppets.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh,
Actually,
mate,
still terrifying.
Brilliant film.
Really?
Kurt Russell.
Really good film. Yeah, really good.
Oh, Kurt Russell.
It's really good, but they use puppets. They use a lot of puppets. The CGI wasn't the best,
No.
but when it comes to puppets, amazing.
They use
2011.
Like animatronics,
They use animatronics. 2011 rolls around. They do a reboot / prequel.
Yeah.
They used all CGI, and it's slated.
Shit.
So that's the only
Yeah.
thing, when you're saying about the CGI, I can imagine it being not as up to par with the first Avatar. But when you look at the first Avatar all those years ago, 2009, I believe it came out. 2009.
Yeah, that's true.
CGI.
That's true.
Now everything's CGI, so you're accustomed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
okay.
So
Just
Yeah,
end up judging it as
I think you're
as time
right.
goes on.
Yeah, it was very CGI heavy, which it has to be. I'm not putting it down because I did really enjoy it. It just... I think I preferred the first one. That's all I'm going to say. But the second one is 8 out of 10, extremely good. I will leave it at that.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
play. And Will, you're just sitting at home at the moment.
Bumming about.
Bumming it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a student at the moment, so studying engineering.
See the way Alex calls you a bum, though? He's done 2 days and he's lording it over you, like Lord Farquaad.
Some of you may die.
That was very good, Alex.
Yeah,
Will, last week I passed the baton on to you. So I passed the baton on to you, and you don't have a lot to do during the week.
No, it's true.
So I'm hoping that you found a good one for us. What have you found?
Well, this is from the Sunday Sport. Doesn't tell me when it was published, but it's got a cracking title. So here it is. So addicted to Fortnite, I've been shitting into a traffic cone for 3 weeks.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, so Josh, you're the only one here that has a son.
That has shat into a traffic cone.
Yeah, I was wondering where he was going with that.
Yes.
No, you're the only one here with a son.
Mhm.
Your son is 6. Probably a bit too young to play Fortnite. Probably knows what it is. Me and Will are avid gamers.
Yeah.
Do you know what Fortnite is?
Yeah. I do know what Fortnite is, and I'll tell you why I know what Fortnite is, because obviously I live in the world, and it's obviously unescapable at this point. I do own a PS5, just to let you know I'm not a total fucking nerd, but I'm just not as big a gamer as you two. But yes, Leo is, obviously, you know Alex, he's into GTA in a big way. Anything GTA related. I know he's 6, sorry. I know all the parents out there are booing. It's like walking out on the Jeremy Kyle show. I can imagine all the hisses and boos, like horrific. He does play GTA.
Hisses.
Yeah, he's very good at it. But his new thing now, he does seem to be getting into Fortnite, and I actually can't stand it. I'll be honest, I despise Fortnite.
Okay.
I despise
Have
any
you got
game
any
like
questions though, just from the heading?
that. I mean, yes, I will start with one. My question would be: I understand the logic because when like FIFA comes out, I'll get up at silly o'clock to play it. I'll do anything I can to get off work. Not that I've ever done that, but I would do so. Why would you shit into a cone that does not have a lid on the other end? So essentially, you're just making little, really long, sausage-shaped shits all over your room.
Very ropey, like a fish.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make
Like-
any sense that he's doing that.
Like
over-
a shish kebab.
Yeah, why didn't he just I don't know, use a Tupperware
Josh
box,
bin?
a bin?
Tupperware.
I'm just thinking
A
of
bin?
things that
Yeah.
could be more convenient than a traffic cone. Because who
So
has one of
is-
those in his house?
A
If
Coke
you're gonna shit
pocket?
into a traffic cone.
Coke pocket.
A
yeah.
drawer. A drawer.
A drawer?
Look, you're going to shit into a traffic cone. I think that'd fit round your arse quite nicely at the bottom.
Oh, are
know,
you
when
assuming he's shitting into the small end?
Yeah, he's shitting into the small end. Yeah.
Oh my god!
No,
Oh,
surely not.
Well, that's what
Surely
the
not.
picture's saying. He's sitting on the cone as if the cone is
Oh
you know,
my
No.
god!
sitting up. Yeah, yeah.
So it's going
So-
all over his cheeks as well.
Well, it looks like he's parted the
Presumably.
cheeks, and then
Oh
he's
my
just
Lord.
popped himself down. But I'd be worried that all your weight on top of that, he just goes.
Yeah,
Sit
your
down
mum
into that.
knocks on the door with a tray of tea, scares the shit out of you, and then you're impaled on a traffic cone.
Well, maybe he just leaves it up there, so if anything comes through, nothing's stopping it from just dropping straight out.
That's got to be a sexual thing, hasn't it? Surely.
How old is look, my question on this, and I want an answer, is whatever end that's not up his arse capped off?
No, doesn't look like it is.
So he essentially should just shit on the floor anyway.
Shitting onto the floor, mate.
Yeah,
It
but
looks
making
like
it
that's what
really
looks like.
difficult for himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's literally he's just shitting on the floor with extra steps.
What he's doing is that's what you do. That's what you do on a field, isn't it? When someone hasn't cleaned up dog shit, so you put a cone over the top. But what he's doing is he's just doing it all in one go, isn't he? He's just like, right.
Shout out to all the lazy PE teachers in junior school.
Yeah,
Get the dust out, the dust when you were sick, and throw that dust on it.
yeah.
Bit of sawdust on it.
Bit of sawdust, yeah. That fucking stuff stunk. No, so he's like,
But there was more cat shit.
It's
There was more
bound to.
cat and fox shit in the sand that were thrown down, and it was sick on the
yeah, I know.
playground. So they were just
Yeah.
spreading feces just everywhere.
Disgusting, wasn't it? But that's what I imagine he's done. He's just cut out the middleman, and rather than shitting onto the floor, then moving the cone into the way, he's just shat into the cone. So essentially, he's cut out a step, hasn't he? 'Cause he
Sorry,
doesn't
say
have to
that
move the
again.
cone.
He's what?
Will,
So this is what I'm saying, right? So he, much like those poor PE teachers at school where they just place a cone over the poo, over animal droppings on the school field, yeah. They've had to move that cone. He is just shitting down the top. So he is effectively
Yeah.
removed that step where he has to place the cone over the poo. He's already done it, hasn't he?
Will,
I'm not
how
saying
old
that's,
is
that's ingenuity.
How old is this
Oh,
gentleman?
good question. Good question.
Gentleman,
He's.
degenerate.
Because
Do you want to guess?
Because-
Have a guess.
okay, because I need to know if he's. The reason I'm asking
It's a
this, I
round
need to know
number.
if he's living with someone. Okay, 30.
I'm gonna say 20.
Yeah. Final guesses?
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
have
I
you
don't
already
think
told us,
anyone
Will?
older than.
I haven't already told you. No.
Okay.
He is 40 years old.
Oh,
40.
excellent.
Uh huh.
So
Right.
presumably he lives on his own.
Well, let's see. Let me read it from the top. Okay. Let me just zoom in. It's the computer game that's more addictive than playing a fixed odds roulette machine whilst high on crack. Fortnite fever has gripped the world has gripped the world of youngsters and not so youngsters, so hooked on the survival, shoot 'em up, they're missing meals, skipping school, and playing 24/7. But gamer addict Tom Foster has taken his addiction to a whole new level. And the subheading here is pants. And this is the bit where it tells you about it. It tells you his age. Realising trips to the loo would interrupt his fortnight playing, 40-year-old Tom dispensed with pants and now shits into the top of an old traffic cone when he feels the need. And he's been using his makeshift loo for 3 weeks without taking his eyes off the computer screen.
Right. No,
I mean...
no. So, let me just get this right. This guy hasn't moved for 3 weeks because you would die. Or has he not emptied?
Well, no.
Has he emptied it? He must have emptied it.
He's been doing. It just says he's been doing this for 3 weeks.
Do you think if he lit up the traffic cone, he would have Jeff Goldblum sieving through his shit like in Jurassic Park? Because there'd be such a pile
Clever
of it.
girl.
Big, yeah, so big.
There'd be
you can walk
such a
around
pile
it.
of
You
it,
could-
though. Like, yeah, like,
Yeah, I know,
oh my
it
God,
would-
you need
That's
fucking
stink.
JCB to get it out.
fucking big pile.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he's 40 years
Jesus
old.
Christ.
40 years old, yeah.
I bet he hasn't got the best diet either.
Oh no,
No, it's
definitely not.
Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Absolutely.
What I want to know, so why a 40-year-old man is playing a game not meant for children, because anyone can play whatever they want, but why you're playing a game that I would say is marketed towards children, even though I believe the game is a 12+. Why he's playing
sure.
that in such a manner that he can't just get up halfway through a game.
He's addicted,
or
mate.
Halfway.
It's an addiction as crack, apparently, Alex. Did you not
Yeah.
listen?
Fixed.
But
He's
a crack,
more
a
addictive.
crack addict knows to go to the toilet or not.
Like,
Well,
I don't know,
do
mate. I don't know.
Do they?
Surely.
You've been
like,
to crack house,
you know,
Alex?
No, I
Is there a
haven't.
lot of people sitting on cones?
No, but I imagine there's a lot of feces around and you're not sure where it's from.
You know, it's like when you're walking down the street, isn't it? And you see a poo and you go, that's too big to come out of a dog.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, all the time.
that's human. But it's on the floor, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they haven't effectively shit themselves or sat on a cone, because there's no cone near, but does he take it with him?
Maybe
Do
he's
they
just,
take him with
No,
him?
mate.
no, she doesn't leave the bedroom, does he?
So, if we go back to the cone, yeah, the standard cone. Just looking at the picture, I know I've got to describe it to you guys. Traffic cone is orange and white, yeah, like orange and white striped. up to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
top.
yeah.
Typically.
Yeah. So this one, it looks like orange. There's 3 orange bits and 2 white bits. The orange bit is right at the top.
And that's
It
shit
looks like
round.
from the picture, he is sat. It is down to the top of the first white bit. So I'd say like maybe 3 inches. I don't think.
So
Full,
is it-
or
I-
he's
I think
slipped
that's-
down it.
I think that's actually up there, personally.
Yeah, it has to be. There has to be more to
sure.
it than that.
Would it not be sharp?
Well, no, probably not sharp. I don't know, maybe get a light around it, melt it down a bit so it's like comfortable and safe.
I don't know, mate, because that lip is often quite, the plastic on that is quite sharp.
Well,
I wouldn't.
it's handled by like rough workers, isn't it? Like blue collar workers.
Yeah, and it doesn't look
Yeah.
like a fresh one. It's had some use. This cone, obviously, more in the last 3 weeks.
It's probably
yeah.
been booted around the M25 for the past 30 years.
What I would like to know,
Go on.
if you can give us that information, does he have a job? Where does he live? And what does he do for a living?
Wow.
Because
There's no way.
I can't. Well, he must have, because he's bought the game. Well, okay, sorry. The game is free, but I assume he's bought a battle pass or something.
I don't know, man.
And
Let me read through. So, and he's been using his makeshift loo for 3 weeks without taking his eyes off the computer screen. Unwaged Tom of Congleton, Cheshire, told Sunday Sport, "If you've never tried Fortnite, you'll never know how important it becomes in your life. Some say it's an addiction, but I feel it's more a duty. The Earth is under attack from zombies, for heaven's sake. The premise of Fortnite is 98% of the Earth's population suddenly disappears, and the remaining humans find the skies covered in dense clouds, creating chaotic storms that drop husks, humanoid zombie-like creatures that survive, that attack the living. Survivors construct a storm shield, a field that clears the storm clouds from overhead and reduces the attacks from husks." Is that what?
So that is not what Fortnite is about.
No. Listen, it is. When Fortnite first came out, so I imagine this article was around that sort of time. Fortnite is a free-to-play game, online, battle royale shooter. If you pay for the game, I'm not sure if this is the case now, but back then, if you paid for the game, there was a story mode wave shooter that was zombies.
Like Call of Duty.
Like Call of Duty Zombies. So if he is on round, say, 700, you might get there and go, "Oh, I need to have a turnout."
You just hold it in, wouldn't you? You just hold it in.
Because you would. But what I want to know,
game.
what I want to know, is where has he got that traffic cone from in between games?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem to mention...
If he stopped to get that traffic cone at some point to his bedroom or wherever he's playing this game,
yeah, but he might
could just go to the toilet.
Yeah, but the traffic cone, I'm just going by the traffic cone was already there. He's an opportunist shitter. Yeah, he's like nicked it. He's obviously but then again, that's quite like a rascal. It's quite a rascal thing to do, isn't it? It's quite a laddie thing when you're young to like nick a cone, look at me, fucking top boy, when really you're just a bit of a prick. And you've like. I feel like he's not one of them people to go out to Spoons, have a couple of pictures of woo-woo and then nick a cone. I don't think he'd be getting Spoons in the first place.
No, he doesn't go out.
Well, he's 40. He's 40 years old. You don't do that at 40.
Yeah. Well,
he's also shitting in a cone addict. So what the fuck makes you think he's got mates?
Well, he must play the game with someone.
What about this, guys? What about this? This is the next bit. So after he speaks about how important Fortnite is to him and how he feels it's a duty because he's so entrenched in the narrative of zombies and playing a fucking game. He says, "It's too important to interrupt by going to the toilet. Mum Frida, 76, who brings food and drink to her deranged son and empties his traffic cone when it gets full, said people say I'm mad running around after him. But if he's not playing with his computer, he's up the park sniffing the slide, and we don't want any more business like that. Thank you very much."
Sorry, this has gone. That's gone south so quick.
That was fast.
The geezer is in danger and must be watched at all costs.
Yeah.
Now he answers my question why you're playing a game that's aimed at like young teenagers, because you're going out sniffing slides.
I should have read this all before we started. I thought maybe it'd be a light-hearted laugh at someone who's a little bit misfortuned, but
no. It turns out we've uncovered a massive paedophile ring of
Yeah, you've just uncovered a nonce at work.
Yeah. Sorry about that, lads.
I mean,
no.
Hold on, I need to get this off my chest quickly before I forget. What was his mum's name? Sorry, was it Margaret or something?
Frida. 76 she is.
Is she a Cocker Spaniel as well? Because Frida is a dog's name. But anyway, now I've got some questions for Frida. Frida, if you're out there, obviously get help, first of all. That geezer you will wake up dead one day where he's murdered you in your sleep. Secondly,
bludgeoned her to death with a cone.
Yeah, yeah. There was
same
shit
shitty
everywhere.
cone. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if your son has been known to the authorities locally as a slide sniffer, that's probably a serious weird crime, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a son, right? So if my son was sniffing slides, then obviously you have to put your foot down and say, look, you can't be doing this. These are the reasons why. We live in a society. Otherwise, it'd be Mad Max. But after he's done that and we've got through that ordeal, when he starts shitting in cones, it's time to put him down or take him to a forest and open the door and let him go. There's no helping him, is there?
Yeah, let him back out into the wild.
I mean, I love my
like
son.
Steven Spielberg's AI.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying, put him down might be a bit strong. Give him away, possibly, but not, seat sniffing and shitting in cones. You can't, and she's bringing him food daily, I imagine, because he survived quite a while doing it. So, I mean, am I wrong? Is what I'm saying wrong?
No, mate. I think. It turned. I'm still suffering from it just turning so quickly at the end there. She just had to pop that in that he sniffs slides. If he's not, when it gets full, like how does he know? It just pokes out the top, does it? Or it goes back
like
up.
Shitty Lego. No, Play-Doh.
I just want to. I don't want to get into sexual predators on the podcast.
You're into him?
No, I don't want to get into them. I don't think that's the story we're after at this point in time. My question's still reverting back to, why is this geezer shitting into the small end of a cone? To be honest, it makes sense that this guy,
in fairness,
may have some issues. He may have some issues.
Yeah.
Some mental health issues, some disability or some sort. Maybe he likes the smell of stainless steel, and it's not. Yeah. I just want to know about this mum that supposedly knows that her son is a danger to children by sniffing slides. What is he going to do next? He's shoving a cone up his arse while playing a game. Where does it end? Yeah. Where does this end? And what I want to say is, I think the way that conversation took a very shitty slide into this gentleman
nice
in
way.
the
Very clever,
that's very good.
Very clever.
Going into a park and sniffing where children have sat is very different to shitting in a cone.
No, but I think the two on top of each other, singly, there's words have to be given. You might even get sectioned, disowned, you'll never want to have mates, but doing the two together, that's Jeffrey Dahmer shit, like.
Yeah. But returning to Alex's first question, which I think is probably the most important one, why is he shitting into that end of a cone?
Yes.
I mean,
because it feels good on his ring piece.
In fairness, I mean, if he's using it as a chair, if he's using the big end to sit on, it's not going to be much support, is there?
No, there's not, because it would fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's aggro.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, that's aggro.
Get your, but also, who shits without taking a piss?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Maybe he pops his willy back.
That's
in
actually
there as well.
impossible.
But then you can't, can you? You can't.
It's too small to get both in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you might have just cracked this, mate. You might have just cracked this.
He might just have endless open bottles of Mountain Dew that he pisses into while he's sitting on the cone.
Just have it taped to his knob the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to shit in a cone, you're willing to piss in a Mountain Dew bottle. I mean, we've all pissed in a bottle at some point in our lives. We've all done that. We've all done it for one reason or another.
Just piss in the bottle.
We've all done it. Very good. I like that. Yeah, we've all done it in one time or another. Whether you're like on a road trip with the boys, you piss into a Budweiser bottle. So I mean, that if the story was just that, fine. I'll go, yeah, this is life, because that could be me. But I'm not shitting into no cones. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Is it time for a decision? Or is there more?
Maybe.
It might be. Just a quick thing, going back to pissing into a Budweiser bottle or something, or just a bottle in general. Because what I used to think you'd put the whole knob in, which then seals it, doesn't it? It seals the hole. So the more you piss, the air's going to want to get out. So it pushes your knob out. Isn't it?
So then you're absolutely drenched in pee-pee.
So you just it just pops out because the air's being displaced by the liquid.
Like a dirty little cork.
Does it seal around?
It goes everywhere.
Like a tight cock ring, and then you have to smash the bottle to get it off.
And also, have you noticed that when you go through a wee normally, you just wee a normal amount. When you need to piss in a bottle, you can fill up 2 litre bottle. What is that about?
Yeah.
Because you've probably drank that 2 litre bottle.
Yeah, but it shouldn't all
Crack
be coming
the
out
code,
in one
mate.
go, should it?
Oh shit, that is Da Vinci Code right there.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. You've Uno'd me.
Boy.
Uno'd you?
Fuck me, I've been Uno'd.
Well, with that one card left, would you like to deliberate and make your
Are we going to go on like 3? Are we going to go around the clock? Or are we going to go...
just
Will, you start, mate. It's your story.
Yeah.
Well, I personally think you cracked this open, mate, when you said about, well, he's got the cone for his arse, but when you need to shit, you go for a piss as well. You can't hold one in without the other.
No.
You know? So I think this isn't life because of that. You think, you know, it wouldn't be too much more hassle to add. He also tapes a Mountain Dew bottle to his knob and shits in a cone. At least then he's got both bases covered.
Exactly.
So I'd say this isn't life, pretty much based on that fact. Because up until that point, I can definitely imagine there's weirdos out there like this fella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I see. I get that. Josh?
I am going to say, I'm going to stick with Will and say this isn't life for the exact reason Will has already mentioned. Also, there's just too many holes in it. Like, not the cone. There's too many holes in the story. Also, I think obviously if he lived on his own, it would be more believable because if you're just fucking weirdo like that anyway, like Jeffrey Dahmer, I keep mentioning Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm not obsessed with anything. Shout out Dahmer. If Jeffrey Dahmer like laid with dead bodies around him, so it is possible, and shit is nowhere near as bad. But also, as soon as you bring his mum into it, and her name's, what was her name? Wilfred fucking Zelma. What was her name?
Frida.
Frida.
Frida, yeah.
The human cocker spaniel. Yeah, and the fact that she changed it without moaning, and then after learning that he's also a park sniffer, or slide sniffer. Yeah, I'm sorry, this isn't life. Absolutely backing Will there.
The fact that she empties his cone for him and he's 40 years old.
And doesn't moan. No,
Yeah.
Will, before that, the fact she allows it to happen. Because once that happens, when a puppy shits on the floor, you rub its nose in it and you tell it no. He's a 40-year-old man who's done this more than what the first time would be like one too many, surely.
Yeah, you'd think so. But apparently not. This guy's been at it for a while. 3 weeks
Jesus
he's been
Christ.
shitting into that cone.
I think this is life.
You do?
No, you're doing
blimey.
it to be... No way.
Listen,
Better have a good reason, mate.
my reasoning being, before you told me about the slide sniffing, I was, this is bullshit. No one's going to do that. This woman might be, his mum, was it Wilfred? Frida. Frida
Fredo.
to me. Frida may be doing this for an easy life. Yeah? And
Yeah, she doesn't want the
granted, you don't
aggro.
let your son shit on the floor. You don't. Like, as you said about the puppy and stuff. But if he's going to go out and sniff seats and slides, maybe you go, hang on a minute, I don't want my son to get locked up. People aren't going to understand the way he is.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, he's misunderstood.
Leave him alone, he's different.
Yeah. I will let him get away with murder because he's safer doing it here than he is in the street.
I mean, that is a fuck.
It's a long shot, and that's my reasoning. That is my reasoning to go
All
This
right,
is
Alex.
like, because actually people do live like. I watch documentaries. People do live like that, and people do have that outlook on their sons and daughters. So I kind of get it. Anyway, that concludes the podcast, I guess, because unfortunately, there is going to be a funny edit, and we are sorry about the funny edit right at the end there. We have lost Will. Something's happened to his computer, and we are sorry about the end of that. We will be back next week for This Isn't Life with a new story. Josh, you're still here. You're with us.
Yes, I'm still here.
It will be going to you. I'm sure Will was going to say that it'll be going to you.
That's fine. I know he's obviously having some mad technical difficulties. He's obviously shitting in the cone. So
Snip and slides.
yeah, he's obviously fallen. His mum's obviously come in with his dinner. He's fallen off his cone, or his cone's gone further into the life.
Shit everywhere.
Fucking bad way. Yeah. So R.I.P. Will. Maybe it would just be me and you, Alex, next week.
Maybe he don't really care about the podcast, does he? Let's be honest.
No, he's better off without him.
So yeah, we'll leave it there, I guess. What a bit of a rubbish ending, guys, but we'll make it work. And again, sorry about the funny cut for the edit. But we'll see you next week. So I believe that it was 2 This Isn't Life's and 1 This Is Life.
Yep.
To finish off this podcast and this episode. We will see you next week.
Bye. Take care.